Hey guys, John McNamara, host, Running Vegas. We're talking local sports, business, real estate. If you guys like what you see, subscribe, follow us on Running Vegas Podcast. Today, got my co-host, George Hernandez, in the house.
What's going on, everyone?
And we got a special guest, Trish Williams, realtor, in the house. Thanks for being on.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice. It's good to be here.
Yeah.
I like your setup. I love what you got going on here.
Yeah, thank you. Well, you inspired this.
Yeah.
So, fun story. The first two podcasts I've ever done were with you.
Wow.
So,
thank you.
And I had such a good time. I'm like, man, it'd be really cool to do a podcast, and I was way too nervous to do it.
Yeah.
I gave you all the credit in the world to starting a podcast, right? It's a little scary. And this guy pushed me to do it.
Yeah.
He gave me a date. I did it.
Like we're starting.
Yeah.
70 episodes later, Running Vegas, I give credit to you guys.
Hey, and credit to you for the consistency, because there's so many people out there that start a podcast and it's like one,
this is true.
2 or 3 episodes
Yeah.
in, you never hear from them again.
Yeah.
So it's the consistency and keeping through it. So congrats to you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yes.
good job.
Good
That's
job.
the second time you've heard that in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
whole different skill set. So it's
It is.
especially being the host versus the guest.
Absolutely, absolutely. But it's fun. I love it. It's you have your voice. You're out there, and you can do what you want with it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I love that.
So tell us about you. What's your story? How'd you get into real estate?
I've been in real estate since 2014. My first year in real estate, I was Rookie of the Year.
You were?
So I'm very excited or proud of that.
I remember.
I came from the construction industry, believe it or not. Most people don't believe that. Absolutely true. I was a construction worker before I was a realtor. And I just was at a point, I think I was at a point in my life where, I recently got married and my husband was just like, this isn't really what you want to do the rest of your life, is it? And I always wanted to do real estate. So it was just kind of like a dream I had and something that I wanted to do for a while and just too scared to pursue. So it's like, what do you got to lose, And luckily, I have that kind of support in my life, for my husband to just say, what do you have to lose? Just do it. If that's what you want to do, go try it out. And I did, and I wish I would have did it sooner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
crushing
you're a great agent. I mean, I'm
Thank you.
very proud of you because I got to see it since day one.
I know.
I still remember the day she came in the office and she's
Was
like,
this
hey,
at
I want to
KW?
learn real estate. And we sat and we rapped probably for 30 minutes. And
Yeah.
I have those conversations all the time. But it's really cool to see somebody go through their actions and you took off quick.
Because I was like, how can I be like you? I picked the best of the people that were around me, and you were one of them. And I was like, how do I do what you're doing? Because I've got to do high level, no messing around. I'm in it. So yeah, thank you.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, that's really crazy. It's funny to hear. I didn't know that story.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Really?
so that's really, I didn't.
There was a world before you, George.
Oh, for sure. So I've only
You
been in
came
the
a
business.
lot later.
Yeah,
A lot later.
I've
yeah.
been in the business 7 years. But fun fact, I guess, is when I was interviewing for teams last time, the only time, it was actually, you were one of them. You two were my top 2, and I had a whole bunch of questions and always gravitated towards your energy and just super sweet from day one. It's nice to hear it was reciprocated because that's what you were. You had videos. You're like, if you ever want to come, and mind you guys, I was not on her team. It was just, you just came from contribution.
Yeah.
And to this day, I don't know, you might watch our pod here and there, but there's been several times I'm like, hey, shout out to Trish just for being that energy, because I feel like we don't have that enough. So I adore you. So
Thank you. I adore you guys. Thank you.
Yeah, we both do. I do. Yeah, I miss the big smile in the office. You're always very kind. It's nice to have the energy in the office, especially in real estate, because it is a tough business. So.
It is a tough business, and some people are not nice.
No.
No.
Most of them
Most
are.
people, yeah.
That's what him and I, we bring the energy wherever we're at, because it's hard to get it back, but either way, you got to do it, right?
Yeah, we're in sales. It's all mindset. So I just don't understand the people that walk around grumpy all day. Like, what are you doing?
Right.
You're not.
And how do you get business?
Yeah, and how do you get business? Like, I don't want to be in the same room with you. I can't understand why clients would, but what do you know?
That's true.
Yeah.
So how's your real estate going? What are you seeing out there in the market?
Business is good, but right now we are definitely in a spot where inventory is up.
Yep.
Substantially high inventory numbers that we're dealing with right now. So it's activity's a little bit slower. I still have. My business has been all, referral, database, word of mouth, people I know, connections I have. So I still have a steady stream of business coming in, more listing focused these days. So I work, with a lot of sellers. It's just, we're in a tougher market where there's a lot more adjustments needed, and pricing and condition is so important that it's just, there's challenges. We are definitely in a time where it's not as easy as it was a couple years ago to sell a house.
Yeah.
But
it's a weird market because prices have actually gone up 1%, and it's the slowest market I can remember in like 15 years. So I've never seen it in 20 years. So it's weird.
Yeah, I think what's going on, like my idea or mindset or my analysis behind what is happening, which it's not fact-based, this is just my thoughts, is rates. I think that, we all know it's rates, right? But over the last 2 years, rates are going up, they've been high, but buyers had this hope, this light at the end of the tunnel that they're gonna come down, so I can buy now and refinance later. And that was what was going around in the whole industry. Everybody's saying, marry the house, date the rate, whatever it was.
Whatever the American saying is.
Do all that, that was like everybody was on board with that, right? And then we're at this point where this year we were like, this is going to be the year. Rates are going to come down this year, and it didn't happen. And it's just that thing just deflated buyers. They're losing hope. They feel like it's not going to happen, and that's why this year has been not doing so well, as far as like inventory not moving and buyers just backing out of the market completely.
I agree with you. Even sellers, they're not coming. We're making a lot of price adjustments as well, but I'm seeing they're like, hey, we're going to wait too, because they have good interest rates, right?
They have good interest rates and equity, so they're I'm not going to sell this dirt cheap. So that, the good thing about that is that will make us not crash in values, because people are holding steady and digging their feet in the ground.
That's the good news,
or their heels in the ground. That's the good news of it. But we're gonna have to get through this. Rates are gonna have to come down.
People are dating the rate for a long time now, and they can't get out of it.
It's a long-term relationship, and they didn't sign up for this.
How did we get out?
I'm doing that on my new house right now. For sure.
We
have a toxic relationship.
We're on a loop.
They're in separate bedrooms right now.
But I agree with you. I think what a great time to build market share, though, because I think it's going to take one rate cut, because we have seen the last 9 weeks that buyer applications continually are going up. So people are preparing, and I do believe as soon as they cut it once, they're going to do multiple cuts. So if it happens this year, next year, whatever it happens, I think great time for realtors to get out there, build market share, because I think 2026 is going to be absolutely insane because of it.
Right, and that's the conversations. I think that a lot of times people and consumers let the news dictate the narrative of what is going on in the market.
Absolutely.
And people are so, especially now with social media and just the way that everybody tunes into the news now is more than they used to. It is so, it's like one thing happens in the news, there's one event, and then all the buyers react. It's like, I hate to say this, but they're acting like a bunch of sheep. They are really just following this trend. And it's like, you got to separate from that. Like right now is the best opportunity for buyers buyers.
Yep.
If I were in the market to buy a home, I would be getting out there trying to lock in the best deal right now because that's where the deals are.
I agree.
When everybody starts buying again, those are gone. You're going to miss out on that. So it's really, it's separating yourself, and it's being as professionals like us, we have to be able to control that narrative and tell people like, this is what's going to happen. I have zero thought that the market is going to crash or come down or anything. There is no proof that shows that could happen. I don't think we're going to see something like that in our lifetime, but we're also, real estate has its dips all throughout history. We're in a little bit of a downturn, which usually lasts 3 to 4 years, and we'll come right back out of it. And we're already right towards the end of it, in my opinion, from what's been happening in the market.
Yeah, and the prices already came down 3 years ago. Went from medium 425 to 485. So I agree with you. If people are out there selling, they're motivated right now. And if you're looking to buy, I think you hit it right in the nose, because you can be able to get 20. We just put a deal together, 50,000 under list. But as soon as interest rates start coming down, that's going away. It's going to be multiple offers again. It's going to be craziness again. So this is where you can make up like $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 equity immediately versus a half a point or a point, you know, that you're waiting on.
Absolutely. And some of the builders are even taking offers and buying down your rate. So it's like you have price and rate. You're getting the best of both worlds, paid closing costs. Like, what are you doing? This is the time.
New construction's where it's at. Are you seeing a lot of your clients go new construction? Because it is, we just had somebody, my landscaper, and it's like, no lot fee. Closing costs are covered. The original pricing from 2 years ago, which is crazy because it was what, $200,000 difference. Toll Brothers on it's. Are you getting a lot of that or?
No, a lot of actually most of the buyers that are buying right now are buying new construction because of those rate buy downs. So there's a lot of that out there. But the people that are buying, it's like this is the time. You know, we get in markets where people are like, hey, let's throw them a low ball offer. And I'm like, it's not going to go anywhere, because we've been in markets like that where it's like, we can put the offer together, but they're probably not even going to answer us. And now it's like, let's see. Worst they can say is no.
That's exactly what happened to ours, because he's like, I want to put it in, submit it for this. I mean, 4 years ago, absolutely not. But now it's like, put it in. And it came together. So people are motivated.
It's more when you're out with a buyer saying, like, if you could offer on, or if you did offer on this house, what would your offer be? And they say like, oh, I think it's too high. I think it's, well, if you did, what would it be? And let's write it up if that's it. So
for sure. All right, we got real estate out of the way. Let's get to the fun stuff.
I thought we did it. I thought that was real estate.
So recently you got in a little comedy, you did some stand-up, apparently multiple times. So I kind of want to hear the thought process. Talk about courage to do stand-up comedy.
In LA.
Yes.
I saw a post. I'm like, oh my God. I told him, I'm like, I want to go to this. I'm like, and the dates, but I literally was looking, I'm like, I want to be there.
So, it was incredible. So I did get to do a stand-up comedy on stage at the Improv in California.
Wow.
Absolutely incredible experience. So it was one of those things where I have friends that are in the entertainment industry, and I called my husband always tells me that I should find an improv class. So it's like one of those things that's on my list, but I just haven't actively tried to find one. Because there's someone had said at one point in time, which my husband's a firm believer in any industry, no matter what you're doing, improv is a good skill to know, because it teaches you to think on your toes, to act fast, to talk fast. It's like script practice, but better. Right? So it's a good skill to learn, no matter what you do. So I was like, one day I will. So my friends, I have friends. They're doing comedy and everything. They were putting on a comedy camp, and I called his girlfriend and I said, hey, is this an improv class? I didn't know anything about it. I seen this camp, and so the camp is it was for Adam Carolla, Jay Leno were the host of this. They do it every year. It's called Comedy Fantasy Camp, and just a big plug to them. If you guys are all interested, or even just want to do it to help your skills, check that out. They do it once a year. It's so much fun.
Cool. You should do stand-up comedy.
I highly recommend it. So anyways, I called. So I called Adam's girlfriend. I'm just like, hey, I just want to know if this is, like an improv class or something, because I heard I should do this. And she's like, oh my gosh, you're gonna have so much fun. You've got to do it. This is gonna be great. You've got to do this. And I was like, no, like I don't even know what it is. At this point, I had just like heard a commercial and was like, what is this? So. Anyways, I look it up more, and I see everything about, it's 5 days of just training to do stand-up comedy. You have a writing coach.
Cool.
You're assigned a writer. There is all these comics, like Brad Williams was there, Patrick Warburton. I don't know if I say that name right. It's like a tongue twister name. Warburton?
Okay.
Warburton? Okay.
Sounds right to me.
Jay Leno was there. There was so many. Drew Carey was there. So Natasha
and how many people are at this camp? Like, how big is
I'd
this?
say there was about 60 people in this camp.
That's pretty intimate. Wow.
Yeah. And then every night at the end of the night, there's like a spot where you do, you get up on stage and you just try out your material, and then the comics critique you.
Okay.
So it's just, wow, super crazy. But here's
That's
me.
cool.
I'm a realtor. I'm not a comedian. I've never even done an open mic night, nothing. So I look at this. Information. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't do it. And then I thought, like, I have to do this, because have you ever had like that moment where something like terrifies you, where like you think of something and you're like, oh my God, that makes me want to throw up. It's so scary, the thought about it. And that's how that made me feel at that moment. Like that's that, cool. Like, yeah. Wow, like that terrifies me. And I was like, I have to do it, because it terrifies me as a challenge. Like if you were to tell me, I'm not like a thrill seeker. So if you were to tell me go jump out a plane, I'd be like, hell no, that's never gonna happen. Absolutely not. Does it terrify me? Or maybe it does, I don't know, but I have no desire. But that kind of like terrifiedness where you're just like, oh my gosh, could I do that? That sounds terrible. I want to go hide in a corner, is a different kind. Right. That's like something's challenging you, that like you gotta do this. There's growth in it. So I was like, I'm gonna do it. Like whatever, I'm gonna force myself to do it. And the first night there, where like, at the end of the night you get up and you try out your material. I just wrote down some stuff. I knew nothing. These people that were there have like done stand-up before. They've done open mic nights. Wow. Some people were like comedians, like actual comedians for years that were just there, and I'm just there, just some realtor that's like never tried this out before. So it was so weird. But
so subconsciously though, are you thinking I'm a funny person?
I mean, I think I'm funny sometimes.
Because subconsciously there has to be some, because it's not just stage presence, it's public speaking, and you have to entertain, and hopefully get a laugh out of it. And if not, you're like, oh, it's like, so at what point you're like, I could be kind of funny.
I mean, I'm just the type of person that like, when we go out, like when my husband and I have a date night, we usually will go see a comedian. Like I love comedy, like truly love comedy. And when you like really love something, you're like, oh, maybe I could do that, but never tried to pursue it or whatever. So my first night there, when we had to do this, like, first night up on stage, I'd never been on stage before like that. I go up there, I wanted to hide under the table. Like I just felt like my whole, like everything just fall. And my husband's like he's my coach and everything, like life, right? So he's just like, hey, we can go home. We can get in the car and we can go home right now. You don't have to do this. And I was like, no, I will hate myself if I don't follow through with it. So I was like, I have to do it. So anyways, went through with it, did the final performance on stage at Improv on the final day, which was cool. Awesome, so cool. And then afterwards, after we came back, our office put together a award ceremony, which was, huge room, like a couple hundred people. And I did a whole stand-up set for them, which was super fun because it was realtor. So it was like the material was very relatable.
Oh, yeah. That's good.
I could tell real estate humor.
Yeah.
But I'm not pursuing.
Do you have a good real estate joke?
Well, yeah. Right.
And how about us?
So I would say I'll take my favorite from the night at the Improv, or it seemed to be the favorite that got the most laughs, was I was talking about how realtors and sex workers come across a lot of the same issues. And we often run into issues of square footage discrepancies.
Dang, all right.
I like it. I like that analogy. Yeah.
There was a few others. There was a whole lead into that, but those were different things. So I did have a whole kind of, and I guess it got kind of raunchy. It's kind of, if you know me, like kind of outside my realm of who I am, but
that's fun,
it's for comedy. It's for fun, and that's kind of where we went with it. So there was a lot of realtors versus sex workers jokes and like the whole set.
Well, it makes sense. We're in Vegas.
Yeah.
I'm like, it makes complete sense. So have you created like an alter ego now for that person when you go up there into prep, and whether it's wardrobe or makeup or just the mindset you're in?
Not yet. I don't know, because honestly, I'm not ever going to pursue a comedy career. That's not, I'll leave that to the professionals. It's just something that for me is something to say that it's super cool I did, and I'll do real estate events.
Yeah.
Well, it's
real
cool,
estate
right?
events.
You get that adrenaline from it. Kind of gives you life, right? Something different than real estate.
Yeah.
That's why I like the pod. It gets me out of my real estate shell for a little bit, right? So.
Right. And you know what I think is and it's shown in like the numbers for me. I have taken probably 3 times the amount of listings since doing this in January that I traditionally did. And it's more like, in what we do, we have to sell ourselves to people.
Yeah.
We have to present in front of sellers. We have to be confident when we talk, and we're doing like a set or something in front. We're on stage in front of sellers or in front of our clients when we meet them, and it's not at all BS. It's not at all, and I'm not a script person, so I've always had like a trouble with, and you're so good, but I've had like trouble with like the just being able to like spit out the right words, at the right time, because I'm a very talk with my hands, y'all are seeing this out here. So that, it's just me. So that's been, that's always been a challenge for me. And I've always felt like I shrink down and kind of get intimidated in those situations. And now I just feel like,
loosened up.
oh my gosh, I mean, I made a room of people laugh like you, but I just feel like I can do.
That's
like
good.
It broke the ice for me, and it broke through like a barrier that I had somewhere in my head that is no longer there. So that's awesome.
Well, that's huge, because if you can get a client to laugh, you win them over. And it's not always about who's the best realtor and the numbers. It's who they like the most, right? And that's why I always tell our team members is internalize your scripts and why it's important, so you can listen, have icebreakers, have fun, versus thinking of what to say. And if you're thinking what to say, then you're probably not making them laugh, or it's awkward. And so that's awesome that you had that huge breakthrough.
Yeah.
So.
No, it's been good, and it's just, I feel like it gave me some type of confidence that I was lacking previously. But yeah, it's a super fun experience. I recommend it to everybody.
I want to know more about the camp. So how long are you there? So you're there 5 days, but then how many hours?
Oh,
and are you getting help with your
days.
script?
Like
Oh my God! I don't know if I have.
I don't think my ADHD
my
can
mind
handle
just
it.
went boom.
Okay, so that's including that. I'm sorry, that is including at the end of every night. So you have your class, which was like maybe 8-hour days.
Okay, so it is a class. Okay, so you're getting help
it's kind of
throughout
a class, like a workshop and everything. At the end of every night, you go to stand up. You go to, like, we went to the Comedy Store in Hollywood,
Oh, that's cool.
just like different. We went to the Improv. we seen people at the Improv. Some of the best comedians. And I've never, no offense out there, I was never a Pauly Shore fan. You know who Pauly Shore is, from like the 80s, 90s. Never like a big fan of him. Never liked or hated him. Just like not, whatever. Yeah, just whatever.
He's good at stand-up.
He is so good at stand-up. I was like, whoa. He came out and I was like, oh gosh, here we're gonna go in characters or something. And
You're like
he
cringe,
is so
and then you
good.
actually like it.
Yeah,
It
so
is funny,
good.
and it's cool when you go to Hollywood because you get like 8 people that would headline Vegas, and they're all in a row.
Right.
And it's cool to see them live because you'd be like, oh, I think I like this person. They're okay. And then this other person is amazing that you've never even heard of. So it's a cool. What's your favorite? Because you're big into comedy. Like, what are your best like favorite venues in Vegas and then
Dude,
one
that
in
was
LA?
my question.
My question first.
Yeah, here in Vegas. And then one in LA.
I want to know both.
Okay.
A comedy venues, I mean, I don't know if there's more than 2. There's got to be more than 2, but like
Have I been to any?
Yeah, I frequent Kimmel's Comedy Club.
What is it?
Kimmel's Comedy Club, Jimmy Kimmel's Comedy Club. That's over by the Links.
Okay. Nope, I've never been
across the
there.
street from Brooklyn Bowl.
Yeah, they have the best comics. They have the best comics all the time, every night of the week. There's a few shows every night. Like, they have some really good shows. I highly recommend you check out their calendar and go down there. And then the Wise Guys.
Yes, that's my favorite. Main Street.
Yeah. Well, I've not been to the Main Street location. I've been to the Town Square location.
Oh,
so Wise Guys is a nice location too. It's I actually prefer Kimmel's over Wise Guys.
Yeah.
I just like I like the venue. I like the people that headline there more.
It is a little bit nicer, yeah. Wise Guys is kind of, it's different, but I like just the Main Street area. I think it's the combination.
Something to do at the end of the night.
Yeah, then I can go bar hop now.
Yeah. Yeah, instead of Town Square where it's like, retail all around. Yeah. Cool. And maybe that's it. Maybe it's the area, the surroundings.
The ambiance,
I don't know. Yeah. But cool. I like it. I like it a lot.
Awesome. Well, recently you made Women's Council Hall of Fame. Congrats.
I know. So cool. Yeah.
So cool.
So cool.
So what would your advice be out there if they're a new agent out there? Because obviously you've crushed in a very short amount of time. What's the advice you'd give out to a new agent?
Yeah, I really don't think I have any special skill set as far as like, as far as like sales or sales skill. I still to this day do not really consider myself a salesperson. I don't feel like when I'm out with buyers or sellers or anybody, I tell people all the time, like, you're never going to hear too much pressure from me because if it's not right for you, I'm, barking up the wrong tree. But it's guidance, right? It's guidance. So it's the just caring enough to guide people through something and find the answers. One thing I think that the realtors' biggest downfall is so many realtors want to like have the right answer and do this or do that and just too soon and too aggressive and they feel like they need to do something like on that, and it really, in my opinion, gives us kind of a bad name. But it's not that. If and I tell people all the time, if there's times that people ask me something, I don't know the answer to every question. I don't know every scenario. We get thrown curveballs all the time. I end up in scenarios that are first time for me too. But I will do everything in my power to find what is right, find the right answer for you, find the solution to the problem. I'm going to work hard on that. But it's guiding people through and just helping them make the right decision for them, not pushing them into the wrong decision for them.
Yeah.
Because sometimes people end up shopping and it's not right for them.
Yeah, and that's why probably people love working with you because you're just being a good human to them. And I think you have a natural salesmanship about you, if you're aware of that or not.
I don't think so.
So I think good energy, but our coaches do say this, and you explained it actually how he condenses it, and he's like a good salesperson. All it is an exchange of value.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. And I know that's why. Yeah,
you bring a lot of value.
So much.
Yeah, well, it's true.
And you're not cookie cutter either.
No.
Because that's why I gravitated towards you. It's like you're not a cookie cutter realtor with the social media, and you had like the little emojis at once upon a time. And I think authenticity too, right? Because people know if you're like kind of faking it or you're being authentic.
Try to stand apart and just just be a human.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's also like what you said. It's the just the exchange of values, the exchange of like I truly believe in what I sell. I believe real estate's a great investment. I believe it's the right choice for people to do. I believe you should be a homeowner as soon as you have humanly possibly the means to do so. I bought my first home at 18. So am I excited about selling homes? Heck yeah. I believe that it is it's great moving up, building equity, moving into a bigger house, and upsizing, downsizing, doing all these things, moving away to be with your children. I'm 100% bought into the dream I sell. So I think that maybe that does make me a good salesperson, but I'm not selling it to con anybody or anything like that. I'm selling it because, yes, I believe this is awesome. It's a great industry. It's a great idea, and I mean, I always say that people can buy stocks, right? I'm not against buying stocks. I mean, we do that every now and then. But people buy stocks, but you can't live in a stock, right? I mean, if everything the market tanks, you're not going to move into your 401k.
Right.
It's not, that doesn't. It doesn't work that way. But real estate gives you that ability. You could throw a renter in there if the market's not doing good. You can't do that with a stock, with a 401k. I'm not saying don't do it. It's good to have multitude of investments, but. I mean, I just think real estate, it's markets come up and down. There's definitely even through the crash. It's you could throw a renter in there, you hold it out, you wait it out. You could live in it at a time because it's hard and you need to downsize or sell another house or move into another house. It is long term, makes the most sense. To me, it's a no-brainer. Yeah. And I don't know if I just convinced people out there to buy a house. I wasn't trying to sell you, but it just works out.
But I
way.
hope you're sold.
Good salesmanship right there. Well, I think one of the best things about being a great salesman, kidding aside, is energy and enthusiasm, and that's what when I first met you, I've told him since the day I've met you, is I love your energy and enthusiasm, and now you've been doing this for over 10 years, and clearly still has a ton of energy and enthusiasm. Yeah. So that's why people love working with you.
You can't fake energy.
You. I still love it.
You cannot. So I want to thank you for being on. Co-host over here, Mr. George Hernandez. Thank you. Guys, we're going to wrap this up. If you guys look for a house, Trish is your gal. Guys,
Real
Run
Estate
Vegas.
Pod, too.
Take care of yourselves today.
Yeah.